Hi yogis, happy Thursday. Thank you so much for viewing today. Today is Thursday, March 19th. It's also the first day of spring, which is the spring equinox. So thank you for joining me. I wasn't scheduled to do a video today, but wanted to for two reasons. One, spring equinox is a kind of a big deal in the yoga community and yogi tradition, if I can get my words right, where we do 108 sun salutations. Don't worry, that's not what we're doing today. But I am going to break down the sun salutation, which is also known as Surya Namaskar. That's the Sanskrit terminology. And kind of explain a little bit about why we do it. Why is it 108? A lot of people ask that. And to invite you tomorrow at 2 o'clock, we'll be streaming live. I believe we're going to do it on Instagram. Message me if you'd like to tune in, but myself and 3 other teachers are going to be doing the 108 sun salutations. It's broken down into 4 sections, each with 27 sun salutations, and there's a different mantra, theme, or intention set for it. But basically, the spring equinox signifies decluttering, just like cleaning out a closet or cleaning out the basement. We want to clean ourselves out as well and getting rid of things that no longer serve us, whether it's a relationship, a belief, or anger, hurt, resentment. The goal is to set an intention to let all of that go so you can create room and space for things that do serve you. And maybe it's a new intention, a new mantra, so to speak. So today I just wanted to break down the sun salutation so then you'll know what to do. If you can join us or any other yoga studio in your area close to you, hop online. A lot of us are doing virtual. Obviously we have to do virtual because we are socially, physically distant, trying to create that distance physically, not necessarily socially. But a little bit about the 108 and what that number signifies. It's open to many interpretations, but my understanding and in my learnings, it's long considered a sacred number. It connects, the 108 connects the sun, the moon, and the earth. And that's kind of based on the average distance of the sun and the moon to the earth is 108 times the respective diameters. So I did have to write that down and read it. But according to the tradition also, there's other symbolisms of the 108, is that there are 108 pithas, which are sacred sites throughout India. And also there are 108 marma points, which are sacred places on the body. So it kind of brings that whole 108 number together. So the way we honor that is with 108 sun salutations. We use the sun's energy. So we harness that with the sun salutations, if that makes sense. There are also there's something called moon salutation. So Surya Namaskar is a warm-up, it's a meditation, it's a movement, very simple moves, but it can warm up the body if you start your day with it. And if you do it in the evening, it's just, slow it down a little bit so you're not creating so much fire when you're getting ready to go to bed. It's a ritual of gratitude, and I like it because it links the body, breath, and mind, just like the connection of the sun, the moon, and the earth. So with that being said, I'm going to take you through a few sun salutations. There are many, many different variations. In any yoga class that you go in, generally that's what you'll start the class with after maybe a little bit of a warm-up. So I'll take you through basic and we'll take it slow. And then near the end, I'll show you a few different variations that you can do. So really a sun salutation is all you need to know to yoga. You're officially yogis. Okay, let's get started. There's also 108 beads in our mala beads. These malas signify when you have a mantra, you rotate each bead while you say that mantra, and then you go all the way through to 108. So this is similar to, a lot of the religions that have prayer beads. These are our mala beads. So it's 108 and it's cut in half. All right, let's do some sun salutations. Hopefully I have this set up right so you can see me. I'm still new to technology, so. I always start with just a couple breaths, and because there's no floor warm up, we're gonna take it nice and slow. So just a few breaths, hands in heart center. Always practicing from the heart with an intention. Can always set your own intention. It can be something as simple as positivity or love or patience. So in a sun salutation, when you release your hands, you breathe in and you fill with air as your arms reach all the way up overhead. And then as your palms press together, you exhale deep into the knees while we're still warming up, folding forward to forward fold, which is also Uttanasana. Let the head hang heavy here. You can grab opposite elbows and begin to feel the extension and the length happening in the back body. Hamstrings, glutes, calves. As we warm up, we can slowly begin to straighten the legs, but just keep them bent for this first round. Release the hands to the earth, and on the inhale, half lift, palms slide up the shins without pressing. Legs straighten, back flattens. So you're long crown to tailbone. And then exhale, forward fold. So the half lift kind of neutralizes the spine. We're gonna press down through the feet, bend the knees, and arms gonna sweep all the way back up overhead, hands into heart center. So what we start with here is a half sun salutation. So it's like the warm up to the sun salutation. Release the hands, breathe in. Arms reach, and you're full of air, and as you exhale, forward fold. Breath is in and out through the nose. Breathe in, half lift, palms slide up the shins. Breathe out, fold. Try to stay light in the toes. Press down to rise up, arms reach up overhead. So begin to feel a little bit of heat building in the body as the lower back begins to loosen, as the hamstrings begin to warm up. Release the hands, breathe in, arms reach up overhead. And as you breathe out, come all the way down to a forward fold. Inhale, half lift. And as you exhale, we're gonna plant the hands and step back to the high plank push-up position. In the beginning, when you start these, you can always lower down to the knees. We're still in a high plank, so your head, heart, and hips are in line. It's not a tabletop, you're shift forward and you're really engaging the core. You can have the toes tucked, or you can untuck them. I prefer to keep them tucked just for stability. Biceps are gonna brush the rib cage, so we're gonna come down to a variation of chaturanga. I don't know if you can see me, hopefully you can see me. And then we're gonna lay all the way down for this one, flip to the tops of the feet for baby cobra. Very little pressure in the palms. You're pressing the tops of your feet and your hips into the earth. This is also a variation of Surya Namaskar Sun A. And then as you exhale, we lower down, tuck the toes, come through that modified or variation of high plank, and press into downward facing dog. So we pedal the feet here. So you can always take it slow and work on how, whatever level or wherever your body is today, and know that each time you come to your mat, it's always a little bit different. Maybe you slept different or slept wrong or didn't get a great night's sleep, or you got a great night's sleep, and then I'll show you how to fire up a sun salutation. So inhale on the tippy toes, gaze between the thumbs, and as you bend the knees, you slowly bring yourself up to the top of the mat. Inhale, half lift, neutralizing the spine. Exhale, fold. Press down to rise up, arms reach up overhead. So we'll do this first variation of Surya Namaskar A. Namaskar means to bow, and Surya is sun, so it's basically saluting the sun. We bow to the sun. Release the hands, breathe in, arms reach up overhead. As you reach out, forward fold, exhale. Empty of air. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, plant the hands, step back. High plank. down to the knees. Bicep, brush the rib cage for this variation of Chaturanga Dandasana. Baby Cobra, untuck the toes, draw the shoulders back. Press the hips and tops of feet down. As we exhale, tuck the toes, come through that high plank, back to downward facing dog. And once you get to downward facing dog, you can pedal the feet. You can twist a little bit side to side, press the hips. Just really feel your body beginning to warm up. Inhale on the toes, bend the knees, come all the way up to the top of the mat. Breathe in a half lift. Breathe out, fold. Press down to rise up. Arms reach up overhead. Hands come into heart center. Another variation of Surya Namaskar. Release the hands, inhale, arms reach up overhead. Big breath in. This breath out takes you all the way down to Chaturanga. So count your breath. Try not to let it all go at once. You step back, high plank to low. So you're empty of air. When you flip to the tops of your feet for upward facing dog, you're ready to take a big breath in. So you're pressing through the palms, pressing the tops of the feet down, the thighs are lifted, the hips are lifted, and you're drawing your shoulders down, heart forward. And then as you exhale, you lift the hips, flip over the toes for downward facing dog. So this is where you can feel the heat building. Inhale high on the balls of the feet, bend the knees, and begin to come float up towards your mat. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. We'll do that one 2 more times. Inhale, arms reach up overhead. Exhale, empty of air. You're emptying of air. If you need to take another breath, we don't want you to pass out. Step back. You're still emptying air. Big breath in for upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Draw the belly and lift the hips, lower the heels. You can always stay here for a couple rounds of breath or come right on the balls of the feet. Bend the knees, come all the way up to the top of the mat. Breathe in for that half lift. Breathe out, fold. Press down, rise up. Arms reach up overhead. Big breath in. Breathe out. Pedal the feet. Inhale high on the toes. Bend the knees. Some people like to jump up to the top of the mat. Some people like to float. I kind of like to lightly tippy toe. Press down, rise up. Hands come into heart center. So Surya Namaskar A, Sun Salutation A. Another variation is to add a side stretch, a lateral stretch, when you're starting. So breathe in. Interlace all 10 fingers, release the index finger, cross the thumbs. As you exhale, hinge to the right, hips reach over towards the left. So it's a nice side bend, half moon. Breathe in, back into center. Breathe out, hinge to the left, hips press to the right. Stay soft in the shoulders. Breathe in, and as you breathe out, fold forward. Inhale, half lift. Breathe out, step back, high plank to low. So regulating your breath in your practice, you can always add that half lift in before we go down to Chaturanga or to Baby Cobra, or you can take it all the way back and down and then just hang out and empty all of your air in Chaturanga and kind of just wait and just follow the pace of the class. It's okay to be a few beats behind. It's okay to be a few beats ahead, but if you can, challenge yourself and hold some of the postures. Interlace the hands, exhale, hinge to the right, get that lateral stretch. Inhale back to center, exhale, lateral stretch. Inhale, you can always do a mini back bend, either by reaching the fingertips back, pressing the hips forward, cactusing the arms, lifting the heart, drawing the elbows back. Breathe in, breathe out, all the way down. Big breath in. Up dog. And back into downward facing dog. Inhale high on the balls of the feet. Bend the knees. Come all the way up to the top. We'll do 2 more that way. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Press down and rise up. Arms reach up overhead. Interlace the fingers, release the index finger, cross the thumbs. Exhale, hinge to the right. Breathe back in to center. Exhale, hinge to the left. Breathe back into center. Exhale, choose your mini back bend or not. Breathe back in. Breathe out all the way down, coming all the way down to chaturanga. Hovering above the earth, flip to the tops of the feet, chest lift, thighs energize, open. Exhale, hips high, heels low, downward facing dog. Inhale in the balls of the feet, bend the knees, come all the way up quietly to the top of your mat. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Press down and rise up. One more time with a mini back bend. Exhale, hinge right. Breathe in. Exhale, hinge left. Breathe back in. Cactus the arms, lift the heart, reach the hips forward just for a mini back bend. Flexion and extension in the spine. It keeps the body balanced. Exhale, forward fold. Breathe in, half lift. Breathe out, plant the hands, step back. High plank to low. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. So if you haven't already felt that fire building and starting to burn, inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Press down and rise up. This round we're gonna add a spinal twist. So release the hands, breathe in. As you breathe out, right arm comes forward, left arm comes back. Arms are parallel. Step back into the camera so that you can see. Both palms are facing to the left, but the hips are facing forward, so the hips stay square. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, left arm comes forward, right arm goes back. Press that right hip forward. Inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Breathe in, half lift. Breathe out, plant, step back. This is also, this part of the Surya Namaskar is called a vinyasa flow. Breathe in high in the balls of the feet, bend the knees, come all the way up to the top of the mat. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Press down through the feet, rise all the way up. Breathe in. Breathe out, right arm forward, left arm back, both palms face. Inhale.